Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Elizabeth and it is Monday, February 10th, 2020. And today I'm going to pull some cards for the collective for the week ahead. So I'm going to start with the Crystal Allies Oracle deck. And this is a deck that is made right here in Sedona, Arizona. And each card, there's a lot of them, have a different crystal energy that they are linked to. So I'm going to pull a few of these. We'll see what comes through, and we'll start with that for a little bit of crystal healing, and then we'll move on to some tarot. So to begin, I will call in the divine with love and light. I hope you're all doing well. And we will call in the archangels at the four corners of the world. And I call in the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today to give us a clear view reading for the collective for this week of February 10th, 2020. So we'll get maybe 2 or 3 of the crystal cards. We'll see what wants to come through for everyone. Okay, and the first card is Lapis. Lapis Lazuli coming in, self-knowledge. I just love the color of lapis and the properties of lapis. So this is speaking to our inner knowing, intuition, even healing. Lapis is a crystal that has been used for thousands and thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians knew that lapis was a very powerful stone for activating our third eye, opening up the third eye, opening us up to self-knowledge and to being able to see through the veil, so to speak, for visions, for dream work. And you can see there's a pyramid with a full moon, and inside of the pyramid there is the cosmos, and behind that is a desert scene that's indicative of ancient Egypt. So this could even speak to having past lives in Egypt, definitely, for sure, and that this week we really need to tune in to our intuitive side and what wants to come through for us through our inner knowing. So this would be a good week for meditation, for sure, and just being aware that our intuition may feel really heightened this week, and that there's an opportunity to work with that energy. If you have any lapis, I suggest maybe wearing it. Here's a little lapis pendant. And what's so cool about lapis is that it's also a great manifesting stone, because I don't know if you can see this, but inside of the lapis is like gold flecks, and that's pyrite. So pyrite is good for manifesting abundance and wealth, and it's also really good for grounding too. So we get this kind of like versatile stone that helps connect us to the cosmos, cosmic energy, cosmic intelligence, also going within, and then it's grounding too. So that's really beautiful with lapis. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Very, very powerful stone. I'm excited that this came out for you guys. Okay, so let's get one more. And on the bottom, Spirit, we're going to take this because I have a beautiful piece of Dambarite to show you guys. So Dambarite is a stone that I fell in love with when I first moved to Sedona, and I have a few pieces. It's a white / pink, very, very, very pale pink stone. It's more rare than quartz. And I believe one of the first places it was discovered was in Danbury, Connecticut. Yeah, shout out to the East Coast. The pieces that I have, I think, are mainly from Afghanistan, at least the newest piece that I found. And this stone directly connects us to the etheric realm, to the angelic realms, to open up the crown chakra and connect us to higher levels of consciousness. It is an amazing, amazing stone for meditation. And also because of this very light pink color, it is good for high heart healing, divine feminine energy. So it kind of opens up the crown so that you can receive this beautiful connection with your higher self, if you're a star seed, with your galactic selves, and then kind of anchors that energy into the heart, which is really beautiful. This is a piece of Druzy Spirit Dambarite that I purchased at the Center for the New Age in Sedona, and it was 50% off. Oh my God, I was so excited. And I had never seen a Druzy Dambarite before. And you can see it even has, I believe they call this like a bridge, and it's really like a twin flame bridge. So this is a very powerful stone that I've been working with for the past few weeks. Anytime there's a Druzy, on the crystal, the vibration and the energy of the crystal is amplified. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that there are some rainbow infractions in there. And then you can see like that kind of pale, pale pink color. So Dambarite is just amazing. I'll show you a piece of plain Dambarite. And like I said, it is more rare than quartz. And this is just an amazing, amazing stone. Really incredible. I love this. So I'm glad that we took that from the bottom of the deck. So the theme here is definitely very high level, very, very high level energies that are available to us this week. It's really calling on us to work on our spiritual side. And then with the lapis coming through, and like I said, with that pyrite, just sort of anchoring and grounding the downloads, the information that we receive into the physical. So it does also speak to manifesting, connecting with higher states of consciousness, and then being able to anchor that into the physical. I'm getting a message of spreading the word, sharing the knowledge is what I'm hearing right now. So that's really beautiful. Should we take one more? Let's take one more. Let's see what else wants to come through. Beautiful. And this is rounding it out this is really rounding it out very well, because now we have garnet. And I don't have any pieces of garnet. I have some rubies. And the energy is very similar. So this is really speaking to that anchoring energy and nourishing our root chakra and working with the root chakra and the things in the physical. So it's exactly the message that I was getting about, you know, these energies that are available, about then anchoring it into the physical. So this is about our prosperity, our abundance, you know, the sort of merging of the higher states with the lower states. And I don't mean that in, you know, in a bad way at all. We are down here having a very physical experience, and we are very much spiritual beings that are having a physical experience, and we're ancient beings, aren't we? This is speaking to, you know, the ancientness of our soul, of our souls, how ancient we all are, for the most part, you know, probably all of us, but yeah, I really love this energy that wants to come through. So if you have any of these, if you don't have any garnet, if you do have any sort of like more grounding stones, but the thing about the garnets and the rubies is that they're also nourishing. So this is speaking to even like nourishing the root chakra. And how do you do that? You know, through some grounding exercises, maybe, you know, going outside and getting on the land. In Sedona, we're surrounded by red rock here. So even if you have any red stones, maybe, you know, sleeping with one under your pillow, put one in your pocket during the day, put one on your desk at work. And, you know, you can even just go and pick a rock from your backyard. Everything has a vibration. Everything vibrates, right? Everything has a vibration. So just getting some of that nourishing, the nourishment from the earth, because this is also very green too. This is very green. And we are, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in winter. So we might not be getting outside as much. So definitely trying to work with the energy of the earth if you're able to get outside and do some, you know, some grounding work. I always sort of will imagine the column, a column of light sort of coming through my crown, moving through my body. I'll have both feet planted on the floor or on the ground, and then I'll imagine the roots growing out of my feet, and I'll see them going way, way, way down deep into Gaia, and I'll anchor them there, and I'll just feel that flow through my body from the cosmos down into the core of the earth and the core of Gaia, and, you know, feeling the energy just very aligned and very centered in this column. So that's something that you could do. And if you have any of these stones or any of your own stones, I find it's also helpful, you know, to have one in each hand. And since the hands are an extension of the heart, just being able to feel the pulsation of the crystals, you know, working their way towards the heart center, and then allowing that to expand forth. So there are various ways that you can work with crystals. Definitely, you know, sleep with them, carry them, wear them, you know, on you. Even if you don't have crystals, you can, even if you have a printer, you could print out a picture of one. Google Danbarite, print out a picture of one if you have a color printer, maybe at work or something, and just maybe post it, you know, near your workspace. That works too. So, okay, great. Let's do a quick tarot reading. So I want to see what energies are available for the collective this week, what themes we're moving through, what challenges we may be having, what opportunities are coming in, where there is room to grow. And oh, I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot, and that's by Chris Ann. It's a really lovely deck that I've been working with. And when I open it up, I see the Empress and the Five of Wands. There may be some people competing for your energy right now. A little conflict around the Empress. A little bit of drama. Is there drama happening? Okay. So let's see what wants to come through. Prosperity too speaks to sharing. Like I was talking about, sharing the knowledge, sharing the information, sharing your wisdom with others. And prosperity, when we're prosperous, we feel like we're in a space where we can really share our abundance and our gifts. So I think that it's a really as above, so below week. Like what's happening up in the higher realms is super mirrored, super duper mirrored into the physical right now. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Because in this picture with the garnet, it's like there's a picnic, you know, there's a glass of wine and there's fruit. It's like the fruits of our labor. There's this beautiful golden chalice. The trees are really lush and it looks like a cornucopia even. So that's also, you know, speaks to like giving thanks, Thanksgiving, you know, giving thanks for all of the abundance that we have. And abundance isn't just money, right? Abundance is our knowledge too. It's our inner knowing. It's our connection to spirit. It's all of those things. There's that Five of Wands. There's that Five of Wands. You know, fives are the agents of chaos. They incite change. Wands are very action-oriented, yin energy, fire. So perhaps there are some changes that are on the horizon or changes that are coming in this week. And when you see this one in particular, like you can see this group of people, and they're men and women. And it's sort of like a competition, right? So it's not all that serious. It's not like the Five of Swords. It's not like the Five of Cups or the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Wands is the sort of least serious of the series of fives. So this can be, you know, within a workplace or, you know, it's how we sort of, it's healthy competition. It can be that, how we sort of like child's play, like how we can manifest expertise and manifest our own growth through our competition with others. How others inspire us to grow can be what that's about. There could just be a lot of people in the mix this week, a lot of people around you. You may have a really busy week, and this can be some drama too. So we'll see what else wants to come out. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, taking a big leap of faith. I'm hearing someone's trying to perhaps get a promotion because the prosperity came up, moving up in your vocation, moving up the corporate ladder, if any of you are corporate people. Movement, period. Movement this week. It may just be a really hectic week for some of you. And it's only Monday. Seven of Pentacles. 5 and a 7. Yeah, the sevens are where we ask the question about what the value is. What the value is. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is speaking to, you know, things in the 3D. Our pentacles are the things, you know, that we can see, feel, and touch. And this is, you know, a man who has planted his seeds, and now he's just sort of patiently waiting for them to grow, to bear fruit. You know, and the day that you plant the seed isn't the day that the tree bears fruit. So it is like a waiting game. But in the meantime, you may be asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth this? If there is some drama happening, is it worth it? You know, look at how hard they're working to get up to that giant flame. And what is the flame? It's passion, it's inspiration, it's creativity, it's, you know, the excitement, the adventure, the things that really light us up, light us on fire. and it's surrounding our pentacles. And again, it's speaking to our prosperity and our abundance. So he's sort of like in this waiting mode where he's asking, is it worth it? Is it going to be worth it? So this really could be surrounding your work, really. That's what I'm feeling. And with the crystal cards, the first two that came up, the Dambarite and the Lapis, you already know. You already know the answer. You know, and if you're still unsure, it's really telling you the answers that you seek are within, and that you have support in the spiritual realm. You have support. And actually, they came out like this. So we would have the Lapis with the Five of Wands and the Dambarite with the Seven of Pentacles. With the crystal cards that came out, you know, how incredibly powerful the first two cards are, and then just the message of prosperity. You know, you're gonna know what to do for sure. You're gonna know what to do. And this could also be that you are in a space where you are watching everybody else kind of lose their proverbial shit. And you're just kind of sitting there in a space of if this is the case, this is the other storyline that I'm getting here, is that you're watching everybody. You're not even watching them. This is what's happening around you. But really, you're very calm. You're very calm. And you're not partaking in this energy. You're like, nope, I planted my seeds. And you know it'll bear fruit. You know it's of value. High Priestess. Amazing. Amazing energy, you guys. High Priestess coming in just to be like, yep, I got this. And that is so connected into the Lapis and the Dambarite. Like, if we just put this High Priestess with these two crystal energies, boom. Whatever is going on. And she is not an action-oriented individual or energy or archetype. She doesn't really have to do anything. She's a passive energy. She is there as a divine channel, and she is able to hold space while the things around her are sort of going haywire. And this even could speak to the energy in the wider collective right now with the politics and, you know, all the other things that are happening around the world, and especially if you're watching from the United States, even over in the UK with Brexit and all of those things and whatever else is happening. The High Priestess, she holds all of the knowledge. She holds all of the sacred knowledge, all of it. She's directly connected to the Akashic Records and everything that has ever been or ever will be. She knows. So this is definitely coming up as you. And now the message, it seems to be very clear that that this is more of your energy here. Look, they both have their eyes closed, you know, and down in the physical, he is working with his hands. You can see in a space of using them energetically. And that's kind of what I was talking about before, about working with the energies of crystals, for example, because they are from Gaia, right? So these are connected into the earth. As much as we know that, you know, they're connected to spirit, they're here on Gaia, in her. They grow underneath our feet, right? They grow underneath our feet. So this could also be, you know, speaking again to energy work. Maybe this is a great week to do some energy work, to do some crystal healing, whatever you do, qigong, meditation, all of it. And just getting yourself out on the land if you can, I think would be really, really helpful. Because now I'm really getting the sense that there's going to be a lot of people around you that are, you know, panicking. I'm hearing the word panic, that you may have some people around you panicking, and you really don't want to be a part of it. You can hold space for them. You can hold space for them. And I did, you know, receive that message of sharing. So if you do feel inclined, you know, if someone seems receptive, maybe sharing your wisdom. The Emperor. The Emperor. He has mastery over his domain, the Emperor. He rules in a very fair way, where there is abundance for everyone. There is, but there's structure and control, perhaps. And I'm wondering if this is like a boss figure. You know, he's like the CEO. He's, it's Aries energy. It can be very stubborn and controlling. I don't think that you're able to be controlled here. I don't think that you necessarily even need to, because I think that you are remaining pretty quiet throughout this. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and that's sort of like a similar energy for me sometimes to the High Priestess, especially when they're coming out in the same reading. You know, the Queen of Swords is all about the truth and integrity. It's a card of Libra, so she is very good at navigating through relationships with other people. She's very good as sort of being a peacemaker, because she's fair and she's able to see all sides of things. It's, you know, it has that kind of justice energy to it. And she's very pensive, you know, she just kind of sits and observes. She's more of an observer. Queens are more receptive energy, so she knows her truth and she may not speak it unless she's really prompted to. So that's very similar to the High Priestess. You know, it doesn't feel very emotional, which is interesting. You can see here there's like a heart, and you know, she's sitting on this throne, for lack of a better word, and it's not a heart, it's a cup. And she's got the cup like kind of like in this little cage, and the cup represents emotions or heart chakra, like, you know, feelings. And she's coming from logic, you know, she's able to put the feelings kind of right here, keep them safe, know that if she needs them, she can, you know, she can tap into them because they're right there, they're right at her feet, right? And she's observing, she's just kind of looking out, observing in a very non-judgmental way, which, you know, I think the High Priestess is able to do too. They're very similar energy in this reading. And when you look at all three of them, there is just, they came out like, there's just a sense of calmness with these three energies. There's a sense of calmness, very serene, very logical, very high-minded, very connected. And this is you. This is how you're coming out. Way to go. Like, that's impressive. And then we kind of have these two energies, very fiery energies, very masculine energies. you know, the boss and the workers. This could be a father figure, you know, kind of thing. This could, you know, this could be an aspect of you, perhaps. Perhaps it's the masculine side of us, and then the feminine side, because they're very kind of opposing energies. We're seeing like the duality here. So interesting. Let's get one more card. And I don't see any cups coming through, cups energy. So intuition, higher mindedness, and connecting, you know, connecting through Gaia, through the earth, groundedness, being anchored in our bodies while still being very connected to spirit, strength, coming out under the High Priestess. Strength comes through when we need it, and or when we have really tapped into our own inner strength. We just went through that Leo full moon. Obviously, this is a card of Leo, and it's like that mighty as a lion, gentle as a lamb energy. It's knowing your own strength, being like the peaceful warrior. It's heart chakra energy too, the lion's pride. So it is sort of about like a gentle strength that maybe can tame this energy, because this is a fire card too in the major arcana. This is also fire. We've got Aries and Leo here, so could be an Aries that you're dealing with. This gentle strength that tames this kind of like wildfire. I'm hearing wildfire, taming this wildfire energy that's happening. And the High Priestess, obviously, you know, she's pretty mighty too. She's pretty mighty. She's, you know, practically all-knowing. She's the most intuitive card in the deck. And she knows. And so because she knows, she can be in this space of calm. Even if there is some kind of fire raging inside of you this week, you know, some kind of like burning fire, something. I'm thinking that this is the week to really just be chill and let this game, whatever this is, just let it play out. Just let it play out. And the Emperor, he keeps his cool too. You know, he's super chill and like, he's controlled. He is very controlled. But he will take action when he needs to. Like, he will absolutely be the first one to take action. So, yeah, you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Libra. Okay. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Fool. That energy really wanted to come out. Why is the Fool? Why does the Fool keep popping out? Because the Fool, you know, is the void. The Fool is, you know, the whole arcana, sacred arcana, is based on the Fool's journey. So what is this leap of faith? What is this new beginning? Fresh new beginning, like through the eyes of a child. The Fool, unlike the High Priestess, does not have all of the wisdom. The Fool has not learned all of the lessons yet. The Fool comes in Again, another Aries energy. So you really might be dealing with an Aries this week. But the Fool comes in with instinct. With instinct. It's different than intuition. The intuition is the inner knowing. The instinct is like, you know, primal. It's like coded in our DNA, right? So this Fool is standing there on the ledge. Is there some kind of new start that you want, but you're not sure yet about it, and you're being asked to just kind of like chill? Yeah, I'm going to clarify this. Is, you know, it's also at the bottom of the deck, that's more of a past energy too. So this really could have been where you've recently taken a big risk and you're deciding if it's going to pay off. Maybe there's a little bit of drama around it. But regardless, this week you are just being asked to just sit in your knowingness and chill. That is definitely the energy that I'm getting, is just chill. You know, you're in a good place. You have prosperity around you. You have a deep connection to spirit. You're a very old soul with the lapis coming through. You're a very old soul. You have done this before, High Priestess. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that you may have just started, you know, a new business, a new job. You may have just moved to a new city. There's a newness here. There's a newness. And this ace is really solid. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So this opportunity was solid, right? And whatever it was, I think you have already moved through this Fool energy, and you're kind of seeing how it's progressing. I hope this is resonating for some of you and maybe helping. And we're just going to get one advice card. One advice card, just a message from Spirit. Oh, my favorite king, the King of Cups. So there's the heart space coming in. You know, the King of Cups, again, highly intuitive, deeply empathic individual. And another one with his eyes closed. Another one with his eyes closed. It's just incredible here. Scorpionic energy, fixed sign. And he's another one, you know, he knows how he feels. He knows what he loves. And just like the High Priestess, he won't necessarily tell you. He won't necessarily tell you. She knows her truth, and she doesn't have to speak it unless she really wants to. He knows what's in his heart, and he doesn't have to say it unless he really wants to or feels it's important. Same thing with the High Priestess. So yeah, definitely just chill. Like you've done some serious inner work here with the Strength card. You've done some serious inner work, and it is your time to sort of like not rest on your laurels, right? But really rest into your highest inner knowing. Like take up the space that you need to take to be in this energy this week. Yeah, it seems pretty mellow actually, with the exception of like this energy that's coming in. Seems you're in a good place. So I think we're gonna get one card from the new Starseed Oracle, the Starseed Oracle, and that's by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork by Danielle Noel. So we'll get one Oracle card, and then we'll end the video. Interesting. I'm really like, I was not expecting that at all. But that's pretty cool. Maybe last week was like full of action, you know, leading up to the full moon And you could have really been doing some releasing work during this full moon, because now you're just like, all right, like I got this. And it could also really be about manifesting that there's a new opportunity in front of you. It really could be about like manifesting a dream, bringing it into the physical. I love it. All right, so we're just going to take one card. You got the love. Oh, this card, this is a really interesting card, and I'm going to read from the book. I had never heard of the Hadarians. So again, this is the Starseed Oracle. So this speaks to if you resonate as being Starseed, where you feel that you have lived many lives on other planets other than Earth, even in different dimensions as well. So Pleiadian, Arcturian, Lyran, even Atlantean and Lemurian, even though those were here on Earth, I think that they sort of existed in another dimension anyway, at least a different octave of this dimension. Anyway, and Lemurian for sure, like 5th, 6th, 7th dimension. But this says you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. And I actually want to read this to you. I had never heard of the race of Hadarians, but when I read it, I felt I really understood it. I understood the message like almost instantly. So let's see how that feels for you. Codependency, boundaries, Hadarian energy. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love. Almost like angelics, right? They can see the love in all people and situations. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, just being able to like see all sides of things. That's how she remains fair. So anyway, they're beings of beacons, not beings, beacons. That's very angelic, of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. It's like being able to see yourself in everyone and to see everyone in yourself. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. How many of you have gone into relationships very, very quickly? They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, and this really could be speaking to the workplace too, and that's why we're sort of seeing like this happening, and that's why, you know, this is happening where you're just like, nope. Right? Oh, sorry, I lost my place. Sorry. So perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, and that is Five of Wands, volatility. And you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review. Do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, either consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, which I don't think you feel powerless. in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you. To assess if there are any places of to assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used in a relationship to soothe and cover up. And here's your starseed soul inquiry. Do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? And obviously, like, the answers were coming through. And I think that this is a question that you've already been asking. Because of these energies, I feel like that is why everyone's eyes are closed here. You're coming up as the High Priestess. You're coming up as the Queen of Swords. You're coming up as the King of Cups. All eyes closed, all going within, all in a very calm, relaxed space of, I have everything I need right here. And kind of acknowledging that, okay, you know, maybe I am a little bit, my vibration is a little bit different than the environment I'm finding myself in, if that's possible, if that's something that you're resonating with. Because even though it's talking about love relationships, which this all may be, you know, this may be sort of like a difficult relationship that you're having with your partner just in the moment. It doesn't have to mean you need to break up or anything like that, but this could be like the energy of your partner, you know, kind of controlling and just trying to one up and just, you know, grasping at straws and just reaching for the goal, like manifesting in a way that's frantic manifestation, sort of just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. So this could really be the energy of your partner. And this energy is about setting boundaries, because sometimes the boundary can be unspoken, where we are just like in a very calm space of knowing, in a very chill space, you know, tapping into like our deepest inner strength. Seemingly gentle as a lamb, yet very much mighty as a lion, with our truth intact, our higher mind, our throat chakra on, our heart chakra on, yet in this very sort of passive and relaxed state. And like I said, this Hadarian energy really did speak to me about being able to, you know, hold such empathy for others, because we can see ourselves in everything, but being able to compassionately detach from that when we feel that we need to, and set proper healthy boundaries for ourselves, because you have this grand potential. The Fool, you know, comes in as the 0 point. It holds the potential for everything that exists within the universe. The Fool has this potential in her or his hand, heart. It's all there. That's why you see the flower of life. It's creation. And that Ace of Pentacles it's very sturdy. It has roots already. There are roots that have already formed on that ace right there. So this is all for something that feels very big. So although this week kind of feels like you're moving through, you know, just a week, it has bigger implications. And I really feel that whoever watches this, you're going to be really proud of yourself for holding this kind of like combination of archetypes within you, because that is what the tarot represents in so many ways, is archetypes. And those are, you know, these big energies that we can embody at different times in our lives, in different days of our lives, you know. Now I'm hearing the theme for Days of Our Lives, the soap opera, like sand through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Okay, sorry, I'm getting corny. Anyway, okay guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. If you have any comments, or if this resonated for you and you want to let me know like in what way it resonated for you, I would really love to know that. And if not, I wish you all a wonderful week, and I will talk to you all soon. Sending so much love and blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.